We are joined by Foreign Affairs Undersecretary Vega. Good morning, Yusek. Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you again for joining us po. First and foremost, how many Filipinos are confirmed to be trapped in scam hubs across Southeast Asia? So, Yusek.
We can know the exact name, but the majority, the majority are in scam hubs in Myanmar. There will be about at least 89
Wow.
factories. One has 75 and others 14. And they are, as before, in the Myanmar-Thailand border.
And how? Go ahead.
In Cambodia and Laos, but a smaller number. Maybe at most less than a dozen in each country. The bulk actually go to Myanmar or wind up in Myanmar.
And how many of these victims have already asked our help po para mapabalik dito sa ating bansa?
Yung 14, yung humingi ng tulong kasi meron silang representative doon. And I already met the families of these 14, no? Tema po, tulad ng sinasabi namin, unlike the case in Laos or Cambodia where the governments, local governments, control the entire territory, in Myanmar, the area where the scam hubs are is controlled by rebel groups.
Yes, right.
Right.
We're not supposed to discuss with rebel groups, but maybe through intermediaries or so. Also, they seem to be in a further place than before kasi dati may mga nare-rescue pa yung Myanmar military but of course our intervention. And of course, hindi lang mga Filipino, iba-ibang nationalities nandun. No? Also was very active in getting its citizens out. But now they seem to be deeper.
Right.
Rebel-controlled territory. That's the complication. It's also possible, in the case of the other group, the 75, it's also possible, despite in our calls for people not to wind up there, that they are willing to be there. Kasi, to be frank, some of them are actually second-time arrivals there. Namin, a handful. It's not like all of them. Based on the names we have, some of them were already repatriated. Maybe they tried again because, may I explain the modus operandi para sa mga kababayan natin? They are lured by social media. And they're not all in the Philippines. These Filipinos, some of them might be in third countries, usually sa Middle East, like in the UAE, for example. No? So they would be promised jobs, legitimate jobs, as usually data processing, computers, guest relations officers in Bangkok or in Thailand. They are promised that they don't need visas, which is true. ASEAN citizens can travel to Thailand with visas. But what they're not told, or what they ignore possibly, is that no, to work there, you, like any country, you still need a work visa.
Yes.
Thailand has been very insistent on that, talking to us and other neighbors to inform your citizens. It's not true that they can just come here and work, get there and find work. So what happens when they get there, they are brought by land to the border and cross the Thailand-Myanmar border, and what they wind up doing is scamming. Kasi magagaling to sa computers. So Pilipino sila, and I can see some videos. If you don't deliver on the quota, you may be physically harmed. So, thank you for this because it gives us opportunity, and DMW is also doing it, to remind people na kailangan dumaan sa proseso para ma-deploy. Kasi that way, may mas madaling protection sa inyo ng pamahalaan, hindi lang natin, pero ibang pamahalaan din kasi alam natin sino yung employer, sino yung agency. At kung hindi pwede, kunyari, we will not allow sa Myanmar. In the first place, in Myanmar, we're under alert level 2, which means only those who are returning to Myanmar under legitimate contracts, and there are a few in the main cities, controlled by the government in Naypyidaw, the official capital. There are a few, in fact, over 100 in legitimate jobs there. Pwede silang magbakasyon sa Pilipinas, bumalik. Pero bagong employees sa Myanmar, no.
No, no,
Now, of
no.
course, they're told is Thailand. So maybe itong mga recidivists, yung mga bumalik, nagbaka sakali, baka this time,
Legit.
we'll get may jobs. And then, again, the same thing happens. They wind up being forced to cross the border and
Pero
work there. So, we're reaching out to our allies in Southeast Asia and other countries, no, to see how we cooperate in getting our citizens out.
Yusek, I was wondering kung if ever ba, are we also looking at the possibility na meron din ibang mga Pinoy na maaring kasabot nila sa pag-recruit sa mga Pinoy dito sa Pilipinas to go there para maging empleyado sa mga scam hubs?
Definitely, alam to ng Interagency Council Against Trafficking. Kaya pag inuuwi namin, if I may give some statistics,
Opo.
About 480 have been repatriated for the past few years, no? 480 from Cambodia, Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam, Thailand. The bulk, over 300, were from Myanmar and we were able to have them cross back to Thailand and bring them from there. So, ang pag-uwi nila, the IACAT under the DOJ also meets them and gets their testimony to see if they can file charges. And what they say is that Filipino naman ng apparently ang
Nagyakag sa kanila.
sa software, what do you call it, sa email. Filipino din kasi Tagalog yata yung salita or what, no? And well, that's the situation. By the way, it could be worse, ha? It could be worse. Bakit? Right now, there may be some who complain why they're being offloaded. The BI is offloading at the main airports nga, NAIA, those who are supposed to fly to Southeast Asia as tourists, but whom they know will probably be working there and wind up being trafficked. Of course, if you have a work visa, probably work visa, you go. But if not, they'll be very careful screening. And some, they offload. Possibly every day they offload some. And without that, might be more, no? Ang nangyayari, therefore, some of them don't even fly the normal route.
Yes,
They might go to the south and then by boat to Malaysia, and then from there wind up Bangkok, and then from Bangkok nadadala. So that by itself is already a red flag. So mga kababayan po, we reiterate, pass through the legal process because we can't protect you as well as we can if you are in territory not
Right.
controlled by
Right.
legitimate governments, and it will take time for us to get you out. So mga Pilipino nga ang recruiter. In fact, some of those who are working there are probably recruiters of some of the others who are there.
Damay na. Pero I was wondering, go ahead,
No,
Sego.
sige.
No, I was wondering, Yusek, if the remaining number of the Filipino victims ng scam hubs na to, yung mga families ba nila have already reported na hindi na nila nakakausap itong mga kamag-anak nila na supposedly nga nagtatrabaho abroad?
Yes, some ni-report po 'yan. So wine-verify natin 'yan, no? But mostly may minsan nakaka-contact, but sometimes what they send would be distressing videos or images, no? Although truth be told, some of these pictures that they send, well, first they never show the faces, no? Itong mga injured, yung mga may pasa sa likod, ganyan. These are the same pictures, some of them, that we've seen for years. Parang recycle, no? So, what's the issue there? Because para makauwi daw, sasabihin ng itong mga employers, some of these employers would say, well, bayaran nyo yung ginastos namin sa inyo. Okay, but it's outrageous amounts because it should only be plane ticket maybe. Instead, they ask dati 50,000, 100,000, tapos ngayon maabot ng 300, 400,000. So it looks like another scam. I mean, and the Myanmar authorities have said if they pay the relatives Philippines get the money and spend it or somehow o makakaabot para bayaran yung release. In effect, it's some sort of ransom money. Reach the rebels. So it's not going to help either. So the best way to fight this, of course, we're working to bring home the Filipinos. So we're going to do what we can. Even the China angle will be explored. If China can use its strong connections with Myanmar and Thailand to have not just Chinese but all the other nationals removed, no? The thing is, yung pagbabayad ng ransom is out of the question, and the best way to solve this is not to be fooled. Senators such as Senator Risa Ontiveros, Senator Tulfo, they've already, Senator Franz Tolentino, they've had hearings on this.
Yeah.
So, alam ng mamamayan, alam niyo yung mamamayan na may scamming nangyari.
So, go ahead.
Yes, go.
So Yusek, ano recourse ng mga humihingi ng rescue sa Myanmar? Kasi I've seen some unverified reports on social media. Hindi pa na-verify, no? Pero parang nagtatanong sila, do we escape if we have the chance, yung mga sa Myanmar, or do we wait for us to be rescued?
Rescue right now, we're working on that, but we're not the ones conducting rescues. Other groups will conduct the rescue, no? Obviously, no? We can't violate the sovereignty of Myanmar, but others have been able to escape. Itong mga 400 plus, a lot of them left on their own, along with the nationals, and somehow reached the border where they could be assisted by us, where even Myanmar has some way to have them, and Thailand has some way. However, as I said, baka mas mahirap ngayon kasi they're going deeper
Yes, that's right.
out, no? By the way, in that connection, ito yung pwedeng gawin, and I will announce it if I may.
Go ahead po.
Ito yung Philippine Embassy sa Yangon, yung kanilang hotline. The Assistance Nationals hotline. It's +95 998 521 0991. I will repeat, +95 998 521 0991. If you want to contact Bangkok, because you're closer, to Bangkok, to Thailand at least, ang hotline is +66 819 897 6. I repeat, +66 819 897 116. And they'll advise you what they could do for you.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to imply this, pero I'm pretty sure those 14 that I mentioned, mas mahirap yung rescue kasi parang stricto yung area doon, no? Pero they do want to go. I'm wondering about the 75 because a few months ago, I personally went to Naypyidaw and we discussed with the Myanmar authorities and also to Bangkok, and we were able to get out in a few weeks. Over 100 were rescued and brought out. Dapat sumama sila doon. Or what? I mean, it's possible they are willing to stay. Sana hindi, no? Because as Senator Risa Ontiveros said before, and other senators, Filipinos are not scammers. We're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Pero yung nga, so, when some of them gave us these pictures na recycled old pictures, who is sending these pictures? I mean, sino nagpapadala sa mga
And how?
relatives dito?
How
Baka
are
yung
you sending
employer.
it? Oo.
Baka yung employer para pay. Minsan nakarinig na kami ganito kung hindi kayo magbayad na, kunyari, 200,000, 300,000 pesos, papatayin namin the weekend. And then, of course, hindi mababayad ng kamag-anak, hindi
Of
pinatay.
course.
So, people are scamming the relatives here too.
Wow. That,
So it's a big problem.
right, right. Right, we will continue to get in touch with you. For the meantime, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, Foreign Affairs Undersecretary Ed Vega.